I'm Linda, and this is No Frills ASMR. I thought today we could talk a little NFL football. I'm starting to feel the crispness in the air. Not really, but I'm kind of feeling like it. So I started just looking up interesting facts about teams, and I came across a team that had quite a few. So I was thinking maybe I'll do a whole series of videos on different teams. So these letters spell out a team. Just so you know, if you're new here, I'm no football expert, but I do watch it. And I've made videos in the past where I've learned all the rules or about the different divisions and things like that. So if you look at the playlist sports, they're all in there. But I thought today we'd just look at the Green Bay Packers. Now, this is not my team, but I learned a lot about them today, and I don't guarantee the information's positively correct. I've spent a half an hour studying to share with you, but feel free, please, in the comments to correct anything or share other information. Just be nice. We're just here to relax and distract your mind a little bit, have, an enjoyable time. Now, sometimes I make up a bunch of props beforehand, but I thought maybe today we could make the props as sort of part of the video. So, although I did take these chips out because they were kind of noisy. So, Green Bay Packers, and I have here a football. So, let's start with what brought me to the Packers. The fact that really drew my interest was I read that the Packers are the only team that is publicly owned. Public owned, let's just write that. We'll all know what that means. And I thought that was pretty interesting. Apparently, all the other teams in the NFL are owned by, private owners. But the Packers are a publicly owned team, and they have, I think it's over 500,000 owners. And whenever they need a new facility or something, then they sell more, shares of the team. But you don't get any financial gain from your investment. And they made it so that no one can ever own more than 200 shares, so that way nobody ever has control over the team. And it has in the notes, or the contract, that if it ever does get sold privately, then all the money goes to charity. It gets donated. So I thought that was really cool. And it's no wonder that the Green Bay Packers are such a popular team, because that's just really neat. Let me just grab my map real quick. That's not it. It must have been from when I did the Great Lakes video, I guess. Wisconsin, what am I doing? My brain went on a little break there for a second. So, Green Bay isn't even the biggest city in the state of Wisconsin. It's up here on Green Bay. But because they have this public ownership situation, they can afford to keep the team going in this location. I guess. I don't know if I have that exactly right, but that kind of leads to another thing, is that the Packers, and this is actually crazy, have sold out every home game since 1960. So they have like tremendous support. And as far as I know, that's still true. And they said that the waiting list for season tickets is so long that it's passed down through generations. Yeah, so I thought that was really interesting. And they have, well, here's the thing. Okay. What it said on the facts that I looked at is that they have the oldest stadium. And then you can see that disputed because of Soldier Field in Chicago. But what they said is the Packers play at Lambeau Field, and that's the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL. So it opened in 1957, and it's been renovated, but it has been in continuous operation. So that's so cool. And that is another fact I did not know until today. But speaking of Lambeau, why am I having trouble saying that? I looked that up, and apparently Lambeau was a guy named Curly. How adorable. If I have a grandchild, I'm going to vote for naming them Curly because that's cute. How do we spell this? It's French, right? Lambeau, Curly Lambeau. So he founded the Green Bay Packers in 1919. So early on. And so this goes pre, NFL as we know it today. But he played for the team, and he was the first coach. And he helped build it into this powerhouse team. And so Lambeau Field was named in his honor. And I don't know if Curly is a nickname or was his real name. That I don't know. But one interesting thing I saw is Curly worked for a meat packing company called the Indian Packing Company. And so that is why he named the team, because the Indian Packing Company was a sponsor. In those days, I don't know what you'd call it, I guess a sponsor. So that is how they got the name, the Packers. It came from Curly working for a meat packer, the Indian meat packer. Meat. It's hard to write and talk sometimes, so forgive me if I spell stuff wrong. So that was cool. And then one thing that a lot of people know the Packers for, okay, so I had two ideas. I have this piece of foam, and I have this kinetic sand. And this stuff's kind of cool if you've never used it. It's like sand, but it sticks together. So I'm not sure which I'm going to use, but I'm going to try at first to use this foam. Let me make sure I can see my kitty cat has clawed at it. So let me get any cat hair off there real quick. Maybe I'll use this corner right here. I mean, look at that. You think there's nothing on it, but there's cat hair. Okay. So, see if I can carefully. Oh gosh. I'm not an artist either. Not a historian, not an artist. I don't know what I am. I'm not an expert at anything, I don't think. Jack of all trades, master of none. Well, we're close to a triangle. Okay, so in Wisconsin, I read two things that were kind of interesting. But one is that when the miners used to come out, they would have like black soot on their face. And so as a derogatory term, people would call them badgers. And they were like, yeah, we're badgers. And so they made that the state animal. And it's like Wisconsin's mascot. Excuse me. But then, because they make cheese in Wisconsin, people started calling them cheeseheads. And so this guy, hold on, let me use my memories. Ralph Bruno, I think. What's his name? He said, oh yeah, call me a cheesehead, whatever. And so he took a piece of styrofoam and he made a block of cheese. A wedge, I guess. And he said it's like a wedge like Gouda with color like cheddar and holes like Swiss. So it was like all the cheeses from Wisconsin, I guess. But kind of more orange than mine, I think. Yellow, really. And so he made this foam cheese head, and his friends are like, oh my gosh, don't wear that, that's embarrassing. But the story goes that he wore it anyway, and some cute girl asked if she could wear it, and then everybody wanted one. And ever since then, they've been wearing cheese heads. So it's a nod to the dairy industry in Wisconsin. All right, let's see if we can make this look good or not. I don't know. I feel like so far it's looking super, super cool. Like, wow. All right. So yeah, so it's become really like synonymous with the Packers, the wearing of the little cheese head. It's okay. It's not the best. And then they have oh boy, is this going to work? I have a plan here, guys. I really do. I don't want to cut all the way through. Okay, they have like an indent cut into them. And the only thing I could think of that was wearing green is this guy. Anybody recognize that dude? This is Frodo, Middle Earth. And I think maybe he can wear it. His head's too big, but he can be our cheese head. Stay on there. Okay. You sit right there, Frodo, wearing your cheese. Oh, I'm going to have to make this deeper. Or put my rubber cement on there. Oh, there it goes. Can you guys see that? wearing his cheese set. Okay, so yeah, Packers fans are known by the name Cheese Head, and they're okay with that. But it was originally a taunt, but they just took it on and were like, yeah. And I always love it. I always love it when people do that, when like somebody's trying to make fun of them and they just go, yeah, no, that's cool. I'm good with that. That makes me think that's funny. Okay, so the other thing that's interesting fact about the Green Bay Packers is that they had a legendary coach who won 5 NFL championships in 7 years during the 1960s, including 2 Super Bowls. And that coach went by the name of Vince, oh boy, spelling, Lombardi. And we talked about Vince Lombardi in the video about the Super Bowl, just the history of the Super Bowl that I did. But Vince Lombardi was such a, he won so many Super Bowls, or so many championships before it was even called Super Bowl, and then the Super Bowl twice, that they named the trophy for the Super Bowl. Oh, I should have gotten my trophy. I don't know where it went. Anyway, after him. So the Super Bowl trophy is called the Lombardi Trophy. So that's pretty awesome. And speaking of all the championships they won, apparently, and this I had never even heard before, so that shows what I know. They call Green Bay, according to what I read, Title Town, because the Packers won a total of 13 league championships, which was the most in NFL history, which included 4 Super Bowls. So they haven't won the most Super Bowls, right? I believe that the Steelers and the Patriots are tied for the most Super Bowl wins. But they won the most championships because they were playing before the Super Bowl was called the Super Bowl. So anyway, so they're known as Title Town. I guess Title Town, USA. So I'm sure there are a lot of other facts about them, but this is all I remember reading right now. Let me think. I'll cut these up and place them together. So they have the oldest continually played in or used stadium. They go by the Cheeseheads. The original owner and the namesake of their field was Curly Lambeau. Oh no, his cheese hat fell off. Stay. They have sold out every home game since 1960. They are publicly owned. And they're known as Title Town, USA. Oh, and Vince Lombardi was one of their very well-known coaches. Oh my gosh, I have my ring on upside down and it's going to bug me. I didn't even notice it. Isn't that weird? And the Lombardi Super Bowl trophy is named after Vince Lombardi. So, yeah, pretty cool. see. Let's get our handy dandy book of cultural literacy. Let's just see what they say about. Let's see. Who should we look up? Should we try Lambo? Do you think you'll be in here? KLM. Let's see if Lambo's in here. I doubt it. I don't know why I doubt it. No. Okay, but I'm pretty sure that Lombardi. LOLOM. Longitude. Lombardi Vince, page 58. Let's just see what it says about old Vince. And I think we did maybe look this up during the Super Bowl discussion. I don't know. 58? Wait, that's not right. Sorry. It's like loud. I have to say the alphabet in my head. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K. 58. He definitely wasn't on page 58, was he? That was weird. Oh, did he say one of these things? No. I'm so confused. Huh. Oh. Here, look, he said this, that's why. Winning isn't everything, it's the only thing. Attributed to the professional football coach Vince Lombardi, this proverb stresses the importance of reaching a goal no matter what effort is required. There you go. So he's not like in here to just talk about him. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Some interesting facts about the Green Bay Packers. I think I'll try to do some videos on some other teams. I think the Packers' last Super Bowl win was in 2011 against the Steelers. But the Steelers have still won more Super Bowls. So, Packers got to get at it. I think this worked pretty good. I think Frodo is looking pretty fine in his little G's out. Go Packers. Do they have like a special chant or anything? Like, cheese. I don't know. I didn't look that up. Anyway. Alright, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Oh, wait. I do have one other thing. Hold on. I haven't colored this in because I couldn't decide if it looked good enough. But let's just try it real quick. Let's see if it looks okay. I kind of sketched this out, thinking I'd color it in to have as a prop, but I forgot all about it. I gotta tell you guys something funny that's going on in my neighborhood right now. So, our high school has a very good marching band, and when they practice in the summer, they come up and down the streets sometimes because we live near the high school, and I can hear the drums right now. How funny would it be if they actually came up my street and we could hear the marching band? How apropos. But I think they went the other direction because I don't hear them. I do love the sound of that though. Friday nights, once school starts, I can like go for a walk in my neighborhood and see the lights and hear the cheering and the band playing. So it's all very exciting, It just feels like so Americana or something. I love it. And I think that is why I know some people are like, don't like football, whatever, because it's brutal, but I think it's fun. And I love watching NFL. I don't know. Is that very good? Why does that not look right? I think it's right. And then it's yellow. Oh, you know what else? I had a green sweatshirt I was gonna wear. All my proms. Okay. And that, my friends, is the Green Bay G. You see it? It looks okay. I think this isn't deep enough. I'm looking at it on the camera here. It's not bad. Alright, I'll just tidy up a little bit, but I'll talk to you guys soon, okay? So we'll put title down here. Tell me what team you want me to do next. I'll see. Vince Lombardi. Publicly owned. Oldest stadium. GZ. I'll put this block of cheese. Let's see. Green Bay. I want it to like go around the corner. And then Packers. Pop, pop, pop. From me, Packers. Thanks for watching, guys. I never did use this. Like my favorite. I smell so good.